some folks that may not know me, my name is Daniel Toscano. I'm an attorney. My office is located at 15 Broad Street, Boston, Mass. From Drago and Toscano, LLP. To my immediate right is Kurt Bledsoe, attorney at law, working with him on this project. And to my immediate left is Irene Haley, who's the regional director of Starbucks. As Karen had mentioned, Starbucks is looking to go into one of the locations. There are 3 commercial spots at this location. Do you mind if we push this up? There are 3 commercial spaces at this location. Starbucks is looking to go into one of the locations which is closest to Hanover Street. So at the corner of Hanover Street and towards where maybe Amy's Nails is right now. Approximately 2,600 square feet of space, which is going to be on the first floor and on the mezzanine level. In the basement, there'll be use in the basement for storage and prep area, about 3,500 square feet of space. The seating capacity is going to be about 88 capacity, 88 seats. It's going to be seating on the first floor, counter service, and in the mezzanine level, there'll be seating on the second floor, as well as public restrooms that will service for the Freedom Trail. And we know, living in this neighborhood, that the Freedom Trail has not had public restrooms, so we will provide public restrooms for the Freedom Trail. And also in the mezzanine level, we have made a commitment to the neighborhood that the mezzanine level, which has I think maybe 700, a little over 600 square feet, could be possible meeting space for residents, civic associations in the neighborhood. So what we're seeking is the restaurant use is an allowable use. This is in the Greenway Overlay District. Restaurant is allowable. So what we are seeking is simply a takeout. As Maria had said earlier, is a use item 36, which is strictly for takeout. It's what's called as a conditional use. We also need a common vicular license, which most people may know as a CV license, which will be applied for at some other time with the Boston Licensing Board. Conditional use. What are the criteria for conditional use? We had a meeting the other night. There were some questions on what the criteria is, what the Board of Appeals is going to look for. So first thing, is the site an appropriate location? I think Karen had gone through pretty clearly the number of establishments that have already been there and operated. There's been numerous restaurants there. There's been numerous takeout locations approved by the City of Boston. I think the City of Boston has already determined, based on past history of the establishments that are there, that is an appropriate site for a takeout use. So that's what one of the criteria is. The second criteria we'll look at is really, will it adversely affect the neighborhood? We look at this particular area, and when we've talked about it, the gateway to the neighborhood, for the last number of years, it's really been an eyesore. There's been some businesses that are not able to sustain itself. There's been homeless people over there. There's been a lot of trash, and it's really, when we call the gateway to the north end, we believe that Starbucks will be able to be a viable tenant at this location and prove to be a valuable asset to the neighborhood, just like they've proven to be a valuable asset at their location at 2 Atlantic Ave. So it will be a viable tenant. We won't have to worry about after a year whether they're going to close down. For the last several years, we've seen the location at the corner of Salem Street and Cross Street with the old Bread and Butter. They've been closed for many years. It's been open space. It's been an eyesore to the neighborhood. We have the juicery and we have Amy Nails. So it really hasn't reached the expectations. I remember going through the meetings when the artery came down that, we wanted to create this, and I know Jeff mentioned Piazza, we wanted to create a neighborhood or a location where people can walk, people can shop, walk through and enter the stores, enter the, shop in Joe Paci's. I think Frankie DiPasquale had an establishment there, Nicky Verano had a sandwich shop, and really never developed, really never met our expectations of the neighborhood. And we believe a company like Starbucks, who are going to be viable tenants, be able to sustain itself over there and stay for many, many years.